Hello and welcome back to Talking Tridents, a Mariners podcast. We actually just got back from the game today, so we got a lot to cover. We got to see a lot of fun things today, and the Mariners are rolling, so let's get right into it.
Yep.
How about that Pirates series?
Well, we swept them. That's the good news.
That's the good
The bad
news.
news is the last two games were 0-1 wins. Both games, which is crazy. Hey, we shut out the Pirates' offense the entire series, which is cool. But again, it's the Pirates, so I mean, take that as you will. But yeah, I mean, the first game offense was great. I think we won 6-0. Cal had a couple home runs on the fourth. That was great. Yesterday, yeah, barely any offense. Today, just Randy's one home run. We were facing Paul Skenes, so a tough pitcher. I get that, but
And he was on top of his game, too. I mean, he gave up those few hits in the first inning, and then we saw the interesting call at home plate where JP was thrown out, but
yeah, that
also
was
went 5 innings, struck out 10 Mariners, so, I mean, you can't
yeah.
really do much with that.
Yeah, I still think he was blocking the plate, but the way, I mean, we got to him in the first inning, and we should have kept that momentum going, but we didn't.
Yeah.
We just stalled out after that, which was frustrating to see after getting a couple hits, a hit batter, in the first inning. So, yeah, I mean, it's a good sweep. I'm happy we swept, obviously. So that's
We needed that.
at the end of the day, with 3 wins, so I'll take it. We'll move on to New York on Tuesday. So let's hope.
Yeah, Randy Arozarena has really been driving this offense too. I mean, we don't.
Yeah.
We said that there's not much offense to speak of right now, but when we are talking about what offense has been happening, it's been mainly Randy Arozarena,
Yeah.
Cal Raleigh, and it's been really good to see Randy, making it happen. He has 6 home runs in the last 7 games, which is all out of the whole homestand we had. Ending the homestand 5-2, he definitely was a major part of that. So,
Yeah.
props to him. I hope he can continue it, and yeah.
Yeah, Randy's been playing great. It's been awesome to see. The thing I'm more frustrated about still is the Royals series.
Yeah.
We haven't had a chance to talk about that here on the podcast. Going 2-2 against the Royals to me is is more frustrating. I mean, we have to. I understand sweeping a 4-game series. Okay, that may not happen, but we have to win 3 games. Come on, that's. Yeah.
Well, and a lot of those games we were in it. We were winnable. They were winnable games.
Exactly.
Right
Yeah.
there, and we just couldn't close the door. And
Yeah.
that's the thing that's frustrating when your starters are going out there and they're doing everything they can, but you just can't even get runs across to put yourself in a position to win. It's just unacceptable.
Right. And one of those guys, our new All-Star, Julio,
Wait, where's he at? Where's right there?
he man, frustrating. Both series he had opportunities to drive in runs and he's striking out.
He struck out on a 94-mile-an-hour, top-of-the-zone fastball from a no-name reliever with the bases loaded the other day. That's just, you can't have your star player doing that. And he knows he needs to be better. The Mariners know that he needs to be better. It's just really frustrating. I saw a stat the other day that I know you're going to be pissed about.
Oh
He
boy.
has left the second most people on base this year, behind only one person from the Royals. I forgot the name, but as of 2 days ago, Julio has left on 147 runners this year alone.
Wow, really?
And
Jeez.
this is with any out situation, runners on first, second, or third. It does not matter. Just in general, runners on base.
Yeah.
You can't
Damn.
have that happen.
No.
Even if 20% of those he follows through with, he has like 65 to 70 RBIs right now.
Yeah, for sure. And that's the difference of at least a few more wins for the Mariners right there.
For
I
sure.
mean,
Especially in close games like we experienced these last 2 days. I mean,
Yeah.
the insurance run would have been great, but those games we lost by 1, that's
Yeah.
the difference right there.
And a player of Julio's caliber and the importance that he has on our team, I mean, you can't have him
No.
doing that. I mean,
Not at all.
he's gotta drive in more runs.
He's got to.
Yeah, I think. I mean, yeah, I already said it, but Julio made the All-Star game. I think it's awesome. I'm excited about it. Am I surprised? Yeah, very surprised. But I think it's good. I mean, I love Julio. He's my favorite player on the Mariners, so I'm excited. But it's still very surprising. I think the Mariners need to make an adjustment, and he does not need to hit second anymore in the lineup.
Yeah,
I think
I think Randy's earned that position.
I
That
agree with
spot in
that.
the lineup. Yeah.
I saw a thing the other day. Randy's career uh, is better hitting second in the lineup than Julio hitting second. Like when Randy's in second in the lineup, I don't remember the exact metrics, but he's a better hitter in the two hole than Julio is. So you gotta move
Where do you put
Julio
Julio in the
down.
lineup then if Randy's batting second? Because Cal's obviously batting 3. We don't really have a 4 hitter. We don't have a true cleanup.
I'd put Julio at 4, honestly.
Yeah.
See what happens. If he continues to
Even-
struggle, then maybe make an adjustment there. But
Yeah.
I'd put Julio at 4 and then Polo at 5.
Yeah.
We saw Polo hitting 4 today.
We saw this road or this homestand. We saw Polo hitting 4. We saw Rayleigh hitting 4. We saw Solano hitting 4.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think Solano hit in the 4 hole against the Royals one game.
That was. I
That's
saw that lineup and I was like, Dan, what are you doing, man?
yeah,
I know you don't get a lot to work with right now, but what are you doing?
yeah. He's trying anything at this point.
Anything. No, this homestand, there's a lot of good things to see, and like we said, we needed to take advantage of a few more opportunities. One thing that we've never seen in club history that happened though is we had a complete game shutout on all 3 games of a series.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Brian Wu going 6 1/3, Castillo going 7, Kirby going 6 1/3. That's the rotation that we have grown accustomed to. That's the rotation we saw last year. It was really nice to see.
Yeah, only scoring one run. We need that pitching shutout. Crazy.
Yeah, but overall, you can't be mad about this road trip. It put us in a good position. We didn't really gain any spots in the standings. The Astros are still really making it happen. The Tigers obviously are running away with their division, and a lot of other wild card teams are making it happen as we are, which sucks. We need to find a groove where we're winning some games while other teams ahead of us are going through a scuffle. So hopefully we can experience that soon.
Right.
2 really rough series coming up. We got the Yankees and the Tigers. 2 of the best teams. I know the Yankees are really struggling as of right now, but they're just too good of a team to continue that. So
Yeah.
they're just going to make the most of these opportunities.
Right. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, I think that's all from the home stand perspective. But speaking of Julio in the All-Star game, we also got Munoz and we got Brian Wu, which is good.
Yeah. I know we
Yeah.
had talked about it quite a few episodes ago now. We were looking at who might be making the All-Star game. We definitely were on the same board that Munoz deserved this, and this will be his second All-Star game in a row, and it was really cool to see him. They put him on the big screen today during the game, and he was on the bullpen, and he looked super excited as always. And then Brian Wu definitely earned it. He had a few rough starts in there, but he's really found a way to bring it back around.
Yeah. He definitely earned it.
I'm a little surprised that Julio makes it over Rosarena, honestly.
Defensively, I think that's the main thing that carried him. I think he's the best defensive center fielder in the game right now.
He's on his way to a Gold Glove this year for sure.
Yeah, I think he's winning the Gold Glove this year for sure. I mean, making the All-Star team pretty much off of defense alone kind of sets the tone that he'll be winning a Gold Glove this year. But I'm not surprised I'm surprised Julio made it, but I'm not surprised that he made it over Randy. I mean, Randy technically, I think offensively is having a better year, but certainly right now.
Especially
But I think Julio, I mean, he's just a bigger name, so
yeah.
I think that's kind of what helped. But hey, I'll take it.
I'm a little surprised too that JP wasn't in the conversation. I know that the shortstops for the AL are really strong this year. With Wilson out in Oakland and not Oakland, sorry, in Sacramento, and then Bobby Witt Jr. obviously on the Royals and
even Zach
before he got injured. There's some good names out there, and I think JP had a really good case to make the All-Star game, batting .290, having one of the best on-base percentages of qualified batters this year, as well as playing a premium defense other than his few scuffles he's had recently, such as today.
he had an error today.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. He's just on the transfer.
Yeah, but I can see JP getting added as a maybe a late ad, but we'll see what happens there.
There's still a possibility. I mean, one thing that's cool is seeing 4 Mariners. That's the second, or that's tied for the most in the AL behind the Tigers, and we see how good of a season they're having. So,
Yeah.
I think it shows a little bit of respect for the Mariners, and it also just shows that, hey, we're a few guys away from being one of the best teams in the league. And we've said that for years and years and years, I know, but we
Yeah.
genuinely are a few guys away from being one of the best teams in the league.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Speaking of a few additions, entering into July, you know, we're going to hear a lot of trade talk coming up. Mariners have the most prospects in the top 100. They have a lot of holes to fix in their lineup.
Yeah.
I know that you and I have talked about this a few times, but I genuinely think that there's only 4 positions you can't upgrade on. Every single other position in the field is available to upgrade, including DH.
Oh yeah.
So,
I mean, catcher you can't upgrade.
no, you
Center field.
not even a Will Smith you can't upgrade. Cal Raleigh is the best catcher in the MLB.
Yeah. Julio, center, left field, Randy, and then shortstop JP. I think we both agree on that.
But first base, Solano and Rayleigh just aren't enough. They can
No.
they'll manage, but they're not enough to get to that next step, and that's where we want to get. We want to get to that next level.
Yeah.
Cole Young is young. He is promising. Yeah, Cole Young is young. Very promising player.
Yeah.
If you can upgrade, you do it at this deadline.
Yeah.
Same with third base. Same with right field, especially with Robles being on the IL till the end of the year.
Yeah.
And
Agreed.
I think even in your rotation, I mean, if you can go out and get a guy who can maybe perform better than Logan Evans and Hancock, you have that conversation. But we all know that Jerry Dipoto does not close any door. So
Right. Yeah. I would like to see the corners, first and third, be kind of the main focus of the trade deadline. I think those are the biggest 2 spots that we could upgrade at. Even Ben Williamson is solid, but enough. But I still think if we
he's
can,
a solid 8-hole third baseman with upside on the glove on the defensive side.
yeah. But I want I want someone better, you know.
Yes.
Um,
We need someone better.
he's not like the type with the rest of the team. If we had more pieces in other spots, okay, he could be fine. But we don't. So, he's a good complement to a better lineup than what we have. But we don't need we need someone better. And if he can fit in that third base position, then that's where we gotta look at. But beyond that, right field was not a position I was necessarily saying like we need to upgrade because we have obviously Robles is on the IL, so he's not going to help us this year. But then we have a couple other guys that I think could slot in. You know, Canzone, Rayleigh. I don't want to say Mastrobuoni or Dillmore because I don't think they can. But after recent talks, I know everyone has heard the rumors about Ronald Acuna Jr. I don't know. I don't know if you want to have this conversation right now, but
I mean,
we
all
can.
the other podcasts are talking about it. Why can't we?
Everyone's talking about it.
I mean, MLB Network, ESPN.
So now after hearing that, and if that is a real possibility, then I say we have to do it, and I say right field, fine, great position to upgrade. Obviously, if you have a chance to get Acuna, you have to do it.
If I were the Mariners, I'm looking at first base and third base the most, like you had mentioned, to upgrade. But if you can go out and have a conversation with the Braves and make a real run for Acuna, you have the prospects for it. You have there's some intriguing MLB people that might be in that conversation. You know, maybe they want to look at Hancock or Evans or a Matt Brash or something like that. Who knows? Maybe they'll even want Dominic Canzone to replace him over there in Atlanta. But I think it has to be part of the conversation. If you can go out and get a former MVP who's coming off of a tough injury but is really working his way back strong, and if you can go out and get him for 4 of your top 10 prospects, why not? He's in control this year, next year, and then has 2 club options following that, each for $17 million.
Yeah.
So not only are you paying him well below what he's worth on the open market, but you're paying him less than you're paying Julio for more production.
Yeah.
I think it's just something you have to explore. And is it possible? Sure. Is it going to happen? Probably not. But I really like the idea of it. I mean, imagine an outfield of Randy, Julio, and that's already Randy. Randy, Julio, and Acuna. That's incredible.
For sure. Yeah, I know we had this conversation in depth today at the game, but I think I'm a little more open to trading as many prospects as it takes to get Acuna than you are.
Any prospect not named, last name Montez or Sloan is available, in my opinion.
Yeah. Montez, I love Montez. He's my favorite prospect out of anyone that we have, and I even like him more than some guys we have on the MLB roster. Pretty much most guys, to be honest. But
yeah, I'd say more than like 24 of the guys on the roster.
Yeah, but but at the end of the day, he is a Double-A player, and
he's only 20 years old. 21
yeah,
years old.
and no matter how good he is and been in Single-A and Double-A and all the hype surrounding him, at the end of the day, he's in Double-A. I mean, that doesn't mean anything that he's ever gonna be good in the MLB. You know, like
look at Cole Young. I mean, he was destroying Double-A and Triple-A pitching, and he's really struggling in his first month of the majors.
Yeah, I mean more than pretty much everyone. Like
yeah.
that happens. Like it doesn't minor league. Yeah, it's a good indicator and stuff, and I know guys obviously do have success and whatnot, but it's not always. It's not telling, you know.
No.
The MLB is so much different, so it's like if you have an opportunity to get Acuna, I would say Montez is your last resort.
Yeah.
But
if that's what gets the deal done, you have a serious conversation.
Yeah, if it has to be him and he's the only one that gets the deal done, you got to really think about that. I mean, it's like you're getting a proven MVP player who's still young enough.
He's 20. He's not even 28 yet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right now, I think you have to do it.
Especially with the year that Cal's having, the year that Randy's having, even just the year that JP's having. You have these pieces where if you get one or two more, if you get one really big bat and then another supplementary piece, like a Ryan O'Hearn or a Carlos Santana or what's the guy on the Arizona Diamondbacks, Naylor?
Yeah.
Josh Naylor. If you get one of those guys to throw in on top of an Acuna trade, you win the offseason right there.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Or
yeah, trade deadline.
You know,
yeah.
You know what I meant.
Dude, or restart.
Dude, I'm already ready for the offseason. Let's get the.
But because I think if we traded Montez in a package for Acuna, at the end of the day, unless your Montez becomes Yordan Alvarez or better, we're gonna forget about him or not care.
Yeah.
If we have Acuna, you know what I mean.
One of those things where we have Acuna, we make a few playoff runs, maybe a World Series appearance, and then Acuna leaves at the end of the 2028 season, 2029 season, and we see Montez just entering his prime. Okay, but we got what we needed out of that.
Yeah, exactly.
The next prospect coming up, Batista's coming up. You know, Johnny Farmello, Seston, whoever it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's a good point. Like at that point too, we will have other prospects, and who knows what other players we will have acquired in those 4 years.
And draft and trades, who knows?
Yeah. So that's another way to look at it. Is like I don't think you'll be crying over losing Montez if we got Acuna at the end of the season or a couple of years from now. You know, unless he becomes.
I will.
Unless he becomes like crazy superstar, then obviously, but. The chances of that are very low. So I'm down to trade any.
It's too good of an opportunity. If the Braves truly are going into a rebuild, if they are looking at moving Acuna, take a look. I mean, the Mariners have one of the best chances out of anybody else. I think we could have topped the Giants' offer for Rafael Devers, and we sure as hell could top any other team for Acuna. So.
Yeah, I still think we should have got Devers.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine
Acuna in the same trade deadline.
No way.
I mean, what would that lineup look like? Let's just have some fun. Let's take a look at what that lineup looked like.
God.
We got JP, You got Acuna hitting 2. You got Cal Raleigh hitting 3. Devers hitting 4. Julio hitting 5, and then Randy Arona hitting 6.
Yeah, Polo 7.
Insert right fielder, second baseman, and DH. I mean, it could be anybody at that.
No, right field's Acuna, so it'd be DH and Cole
DH.
Young. Cole Young would be 8 probably,
Yeah.
or even Luke Raley 8 and Cole Young 9, something like that.
Yeah.
Or Solano 8, Cole Young 9.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah.
Honestly, at that point, put JP back at 9.
Yeah. I would rather. I know we can upgrade over Solano, and I would like to, but I would rather focus. I'd rather keep Solano and either get a third baseman or Acuna.
I think one of the biggest problems with that, and I hear where you're coming from, but the only reason I oppose that is because I think there's more first basemen on the open market right now than third baseman and right fielders.
Well,
There's Ryan O'Hearn out there. He just got named the All-Star, an All-Star for the Orioles.
Yeah.
You got Naylor on the Diamondbacks. If the Diamondbacks aren't in the conversation at the end of the month, they will be moving on from him. It's a contract year, and he could get them a decent prospect haul back. He's hitting 300 with 20 home runs.
Yeah.
You got Carlos Santana. The Guardians just announced that he's going to be available. Hey, I'm okay with the reunion. We made the playoffs in 2022, baby. Right there. We made the playoffs in 2022.
I'd rather have Solano over Carlos Santana.
And then there's even been rumors of like Vinny Pasquantino on the Royals might be available, and some other names like that. So I think first base is going to be the easiest to upgrade, but I do agree that I think there's a bigger opportunity at other positions, such as a DH, such as a third baseman, maybe even a right fielder, as you mentioned. And if you can go out and get a second baseman, by all means. But,
yeah, well, that's fine. If we get, let's say, a first baseman, it's like Ryan O'Hearn, let's just say, and he's going to play first base every day. Solano can go to DH.
Yeah, you can play DH, you can pinch hit.
Polo can go to second. Cole Young's unfortunately out of the conversation.
I mean, it's never bad to get your young prospects some experience at the major league level and send them back down. Look at Jackson Holliday now. I mean,
yeah, he's good now.
Jackson Holliday's having a great year, and he's young. I think he's just about the same age as Cole Young.
Yeah.
And he went down after a really rough stretch last year and was able to figure some things out. He was able to understand what was needed at the major league level.
Yeah. That's a good point.
It's not the worst thing, especially if we're making a run this year. If we're doing a big run this year, you don't always need to have your top prospects on that run with you. They can go work on things. They can maybe be part of the taxi squad, but
yeah, because it's a lot of pressure and a lot of high stakes, So especially later in the season. Yeah.
Coming up on this deadline, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Mariners, as we saw, went 5-2 on this homestand. I think this road trip's gonna be a big testament to how aggressive they are at the deadline.
Yeah.
If you see them go 4-2, if you even see them go 5-1, they're gonna be very aggressive. If you see them go 2-4, 1-5, they might be doing what they did last year, just getting some pieces that help for a little bit.
Well, I'd argue that last year we actually had a great trade deadline.
Yeah.
Justin Turner and Randy Arozarena at the deadline.
Especially Randy this
pretty
year,
big.
Really turned around.
Yeah.
Justin Turner, he could have done more for us, I think, but he did a lot. Cal Raleigh specifically said Justin Turner helped him a lot.
Yeah.
Develop his swing and kind of get the results he's experiencing this year.
Dude, go and get Justin Turner.
Go get Justin Turner 2.0. Get Justin Turner and Carlos Santana.
Dude, both.
Hey, you know what? Maybe Justin Turner might even be available too.
Maybe he used to play third base when he started his career, so he could go back to third.
There you go.
And then
it's going to be a really interesting trade deadline. There's a lot of teams right on the cusp. I actually think we should take a quick little look at the standings for the wild card to kind of see where we sit right now.
Okay. I think either next video or one of these videos coming soon, we're gonna do just a full trade deadline. See what other rumors are out there, or if there's anything else that happens, gives us a little more information. Because we can speculate all day and say what we want to do and who we would give up for Acuna and everything, which we have already in our own time. But I think waiting another week or so, see what's more realistic, or if there's anything else, then we can really dive into it.
I can't remember exactly what day. Yeah, I'm just gonna look it up before I say this. Hold on.
The trade deadline is?
I want to see when Randy Arozarena traded us of last year, because I think we're getting to that. Okay, so he was traded on July 25th. Today is July 6th. So we're within 3 weeks of when moves started being made last year.
Yeah. So that trade was one of the first of the deadline.
That was I remember calling you and I was like, I cannot believe Mariners made the first jump of the deadline.
Yeah, and it was a big move. It was almost the biggest move of the whole offseason or trade deadline last year.
Yeah, it might have been.
Or close to it. I don't remember every move, but yeah.
So obviously we have the Tigers, Houston, and believe it or not, the Blue Jays leading the in the AL right now.
God.
Yankees have really fallen off. They're now 3 games behind the Blue Jays, which is crazy to see. So
the Blue Jays have gone crazy. Kikuchi's an all-star.
They're on an 8-game winning streak currently. The Blue Jays are.
Wow.
So we're not. Unfortunately, their bats aren't going to be available because they have plenty of bats to go around.
Yeah.
And then for the AL wild card, as of right now, the Mariners have secured the 3rd spot. We're 2.5 games ahead of the Boston Red Sox.
That's good.
Just above us by 1 game each is the New York Yankees and the Tampa Bay Rays.
Wow. We're right there.
And then below us, you see the Red Sox, the Rangers, the Angels, the Twins, the Royals, and then I think beyond that, there's not really a good opportunity of making the postseason, at least what we see right now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we could see teams like the Red Sox, the Rangers, the Angels, the Twins all sell here in the next few weeks, or at least decide whether or not they're going to buy or sell.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be the biggest tell on how aggressive the Mariners are going to be, depending on how many teams are actually going to be available to trade.
Yeah. That's fair.
I mean, even in the National League, we see a large gap between, you take the Giants and then below out, you have the Cardinals, Reds, and Arizona all out of contention right now. So.
Yeah.
And then far below that, you have the Nationals, who just fired their GM.
And coach.
Might be noteworthy. Pirates, and then the Braves. So.
Dude,
there's a lot of teams out there.
Yeah, the Braves. Well, obviously we heard Acuna. The Nationals. Dude, let's trade for James Wood.
James Wood immediately. Immediately, yes.
But yeah, I mean the Mariners
let's go get O'Neill.
Yeah, the Mariners are right there, and I think they need to go for it this year again. Like we have to have a big deadline if we want to make that push. So.
And I think a big deadline does not mean just like doing enough to feel good. No, you need to make a splash.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that shocks the fan base, that shocks the league.
Yep.
That you have the prospects. As we said, more prospects will come.
Exactly.
Out of the top 10 prospects we have, 3 could work out. All 10 could work out. Who knows?
None could work out.
We know that Acuna is amazing, and there's some other players out there who are going to help this team. And I'll settle down now because I'm getting.
Let's get Acuna, dude. I want Acuna so bad.
Yeah, we were joking earlier that out of the top 10 prospects, we won't name all of them because there's a lot. Mariners prospects. If you kept Montez and then traded the other 9 to Acuna, would you do it? You said.
Yes, 100%. No doubt.
And what if they said Acuna for Montez straight up? We keep the rest of the 9. You also said.
Yeah, you have to do that.
Yeah, you got to do it. So
you have to.
I mean,
yeah.
We're in that mode where we're ready to see something happen.
Yep. The only thing is they may not like us because they got Kelnick from us and he sucks. So.
It's true. He's down in the AAA system, and I heard he's not doing great there either.
Yeah, he's on his way out. But
we have the capital to make a big splash. I really hope we see, like you said, an upgrade. I'd like to upgrade first, third, and right field if we could.
Yeah.
I know that kind of leaves like Dominic Canzone, Ben Williamson, and maybe even Cole Young or Luke Raley out of the equation. That's okay.
Yeah.
These are guys that have produced for us, but we need to get guys that are going to be in the lineup every day, that are going to go out there, and you can be confident that they're going to put up some good at-bats and definitely make the game more interesting than we are getting from a lot of our guys right now.
Yeah. I want to have a quick talk about Dylan Moore. What do you do?
Does he deserve our time right now?
No, he doesn't.
To be fair, he hit a 2-run ball on Friday, so to be fair, he had
but
a little flash recently.
What do we do with him?
I mean, this is a contract year for him. I think if he's not helping you, that kind of opens up some options. He could be valuable on another team looking for contention. He could be valuable on a team that's kind of on that cusp. that they're like, you know what, maybe we'll add somebody, maybe a change of scenery will really help him get back to what he is. Or
Yeah.
maybe this opens a conversation up of, releasing him. And
Trading
that's
or
such
release,
to
yeah.
say because Dylan Moore's only played at the major league level on the Seattle Mariners, and he's
Yep.
one of those players. He's a fan favorite, kind of like a Brendan Ryan type. A lot of people like him. He might not be the best at everything, but
He is a
that's what he
fan.
needs to do.
He is a fan favorite, but I don't know why everyone's like so obsessed with him. He won one Gold Glove, and everyone's like,
Well,
Dylan
he won a Gold
Moore.
Glove. He also has been he's made some really exciting plays, make big catches, big plays.
Yeah,
play.
but he's not consistent.
And he also has some big home runs. He is the definition of like a true Mariners player.
Utility player,
Because-
yeah.
Well, just even just a Mariners player
Oh,
in general.
yeah.
He gets the fan base excited when he does almost nothing for your team.
Yeah, exactly.
So I love Dylan Moore. I think he's a great player. I think he's a way better person, and I hope he can find a way to get out of this slump. But if not,
Yeah.
I have to look at your options, and one of the options being telling him thank you for his service. But we're moving on to other players.
Yeah, this team right now is a team that's Dylan Moore's Willie Bloomquist. You remember him?
There you go. I
Deep-
remember Willie.
Deep cut.
D is a
Yeah.
deep cut right there. Early 2000s to mid to. Did he play into like 2010, 2012?
Yeah, like early to mid 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway,
That's a good comparison because Willie Bloomquist was amazing. No one hated him. He could have struck out at the last out with the bases loaded down one, and everyone's like, Willie, it's okay. We'll get to it. I think Dylan Moore has the same ability right now.
yeah, not for me, but yeah. Anyway, this team is a team that's, to me, this is not a playoff team, but it's a contending team as we stand. It's like we're right on that edge. We could be hot, we could be cold. It's like you don't know exactly what you're going to get, but we're going to be right there in contention. But I don't think we're necessarily a playoff team, and that's why we need something to happen at the deadline. We got to make that last push, So I know we say it every time. We're one or two players away, but I really think we're
pushing
right there.
uphill. We're not pushing on a downward slope right now. We
Right.
need more than just a little help. We need some more. So hopefully the Mariners will make a splash here this month. This is going to be a really exciting month.
Yep, best
as we
month.
mentioned, all the All Stars. We got Cal Raleigh in the home run derby. We have
Dude,
the trade
Julio
deadline
should
coming
enter the
up.
derby too.
Dude, Julio round 3.
Julio versus Cal.
I just like seeing Cal Raleigh and his future teammate Ronald Acuna Jr.
You face off.
That's
Yeah.
really cool to see. I hope they both can win in their own ways.
Same. It'll be a good way to start their relationship for when they play together.
For one, he's the Julio on our team, so
Yeah. What if the Mariners traded for him right before, and then
immediately before the derby would be crazy.
And then he has to wear
There's
Mariners-
gotta be some like
Mariners
unsung
jersey.
rules that all the GMs know about. That's like, hey, you can't trade a player between the futures game through the All Star game. After that, it's fair game. But
if you remember, do you remember Cliff Lee when he played on the Mariners?
yeah,
He got
that brief stint
Yeah, we traded him at the deadline
for him. Yeah,
to Texas at the All-Star break, and he didn't even play. He didn't even have a start yet for Texas, and he wore a Texas Rangers uniform to the All-Star game instead of Mariners, and I was mad.
Could we see that happen again?
Cunha,
Well,
I think so. He might have to.
we're really excited about what's going to happen moving forward. It was great to see the boys pull a win out today against a really tough pitcher.
Yep.
2 really tough teams ahead. I'm going to be excited to watch these games. I hope you guys are too. And that's all I got.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, like you said, exciting time. We're getting close to the deadline. I already said we're gonna have a video here soon with our full breakdown, more opinions, of course, on what we should do at the deadline. But yeah, thank you for watching this episode of Talking Tridents, Mariners podcast. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and yeah, we'll catch you guys next video.